Hey, I'm Nicky, I'm Snacks, and today we're going to talk about a little bit more of a serious topic. Not snacks, not protein, but injury, and actually having protein to help you during that injury is crucial. So about 8 months ago, I had a distal bicep tear. It's hard to see, but it's right there, the scar, about a 2-inch incision. What happened? Okay, so I was at work, I was going a little quick, and I warmed up. Actually did 120-pound dumbbells at the time at my home gym setup, but at this setup, it had leg pads underneath the bench. So you can already imagine what's gonna happen is my legs are sticking out further rather than here. And how am I reaching? If my legs are here, I'm reaching over further than I normally do. And what did I do? I grabbed a 105-pound dumbbell with my arm reached all the way out and angled. Now you say, did you warm up? I warmed up. I actually did one set fine, reaching all the way out and pulling it up. But in the second time, second set of 105-pound dumbbells on the incline dumbbell press to rack it up, reach down for the heavy dumbbell. My hand was a little bent like this. When your hand goes like this and it's bent, your bicep tendon right here, this is the proximal and this is the distal bicep tendon right here. It's for picking up and also pronation and supination. And when I picked it up, it popped, it sprung up, and it tore right about here. And you say, wow, what did that feel like? Well, it felt like an electrical shock and ripping and like bubbles, almost like bubbles popping, like pop, 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 and then like shoo. So I had to, from my gym at my work, and I signed a waiver, so you know, no one's liable but me. But I messaged my manager right away. She's like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "I'm already going to the hospital." Some food for thought: if you do tear it, they do have to take an X-ray to make sure that if you tear it at the bone, it doesn't take any bone with it. That's why they do an X-ray to make sure there's no bone fragments. Fortunately and unfortunately, mine tore about right here. Now you say, after 8 months, so I was on 120-pound dumbbells. Where am I at now? I'm at 80-pound dumbbells on the incline press. Will I go up to 120s again? Probably not. I'll probably go up to 100. Use slightly better form and be cognizant of how far I'm reaching out for a heavy dumbbell and make sure this guy isn't bent. The recovery process was a full 6 months to even begin even doing an incline bench of 40, 50 pounds. And fortunately, muscle memory is a real thing. So it does come back, the strength in the muscle comes back quicker than you think, which is a good thing. So don't be upset if this ever happens to you. I don't wish this on anyone. You can sit around, people go through this and it's a real thing, unfortunately. And just over time, the wear and tear on your tendon and doing something, I'll put it bluntly, stupid or incorrectly, and rushing and not paying attention to your form and how you're lifting can cause this type of injury, and it can come out of nowhere, honestly. So you have to try to protect yourself, be cognizant of where the dumbbell is placed, especially if it's a heavy dumbbell you want to place below you. But recovery, I could barely go like this. And eventually, I was like this, then all the way. So with an injury like this, it's 100% recoverable. If not, you'll be better for the long run if it does happen, because they take a whole new piece of tendon and pop it right back into the bone. And you might ask yourself, well, what if I don't have the surgery? That's not an option. You have to be someone of very incredibly old age to not even be able to have any type of surgery to begin with, because an injury like this is 100% treatable, and if you don't have it, you will lose strength and the tendon will never magically find its way back into that hole in your bone. It has to be surgically put back in, otherwise it's just going to shrivel up, and if you don't have it done within about 3 to 6 weeks, there could be further complications. So it's a surgery that needs to be attended to quickly, relatively quickly. It's not the most serious thing in the world, but if you want to lift weights and if you want to continue to be on your game, you're going to have the surgery. And I was almost begging for the surgery because some people were saying, oh, you're not in pain. But I had bruising on the side of my arm, and the pain was like a constant snake bite. So I was almost begging for the surgery. And then even after the surgery, I still felt like a snake biting me because, it was like healing and everything like that. And even opening a plastic bag, I was in excruciating pain, just going, even trying to, you can't lift anything with this. You can't even grab a paper plate. It has to be completely immobilized. So the worst part of the recovery is about, I would say, a month and a half, 6 weeks you need to properly recover from a distal bicep tear. And after the 6 weeks mark, less pain, still some sling action in play, but for the most part, you'll be able to at least go like this, right? And maybe fully extend. And they'll let you take, I think after the 8-week mark, I lost the sling, and then I started very light resistance training. And they work you up to that. And I stopped physical therapy about 2.5 months ago. Once you feel like you can lift a 15-pound dumbbell, you could probably stop. And that's up to your doctor and your physical therapist. But for me, that's around the time I stopped. And then I started lifting 20-pound dumbbells with just my doctor's discretion. And then, from then on, he just says, good luck, and slowly build it up. And that's what I've been doing. And it's just a very long road to recovery from this type of injury. 6 months, and probably plus another 4 to kind of get back to where you were, or at least 80 to 90%. So I'm about 70%, 75-ish where I was. I'm going to focus on just a little bit lighter weight and not going as heavy as I was doing. I was doing like 500-pound squats. I lowered the legs. I lowered my target going back up to 120-pound dumbbells. No, I'm going to do 100-pound dumbbells, or maybe even just stop at 90s. And then for rows, I was at like 350 pounds, which isn't the most anyone's ever lifted, but it was a lot for me. I'm going to just do 200 for a lot of reps. And of course, dips, that never gave me any problems. And shoulder press. Shoulder press, I was on 80-pound dumbbells. I would probably get back up to there. I'm already on 70-pound dumbbells on shoulder press. So there is a future with this injury. You just got to keep that in mind. And not a pleasant one, but again, you'll be 100% recovered, if not more so, because think about it, that tendon was wearing down. That was a worn down tendon, and I picked up a heavy weight incorrectly. So it just popped, tore. And now there's a whole new piece of tendon in there, and if anything, I got to worry about this arm. So that's the good news. You just get right back where you started. It just takes time, and it's not the end of the world. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Nicky Yum Snacks.